Okay, I need to report a bit of a disaster. And my Sony camera is currently in the bottom of the canal between lock number 68 and number 69 of the Grand Union. Okay, back to the non-live stuff. We've just done a couple of live videos. Rob did one earlier, I've done a live video. We're at, I think it's number 66 on the Grand Union. Three to go, and in fact the next, it's a very short distance to the next lock. 3 to go before we get to Boxmoor, where we're going to stop for the night, basically on the outskirts of Hempstead. Dottie is having a good time foraging, and Rob is in control of the boat. Well, allegedly in control of the boat. Are you in control? He nods, he's not knowing what I'm saying. So we're having to empty this lock. It's about 66 miles to Braunston, and we are progressing on a beautiful Monday evening, 7 o'clock, just after the live broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. There are obviously more episodes to come of our journey up the Grand Union. It was a lovely 2 days in Berkhamstead. No filming in Berkhamstead, other than just what we saw on the canal. But we're going to say goodbye to Berkhamstead. We're famous for an old castle, a lot of joggers, and the station just here. One of the things I managed to get done yesterday afternoon, I had something to attend to yesterday morning, and there was no point in moving the boat, but my battery locker was in desperate need of some attention. It had started to get a lot of water in there. I dried it out, and of course then all the rusts took over, so that was an afternoon of de-rusting, treating the rust, painting, and 10 o'clock last night trying to decide whether to put the batteries back on, even though I had them connected loosely. I had a bit of fun at games, which I had to put right this morning. Anyway, we're going to see if we can get to cow roasts today, heading north continually, and quite a few locks to get through. Okay, 4 locks done. Fortunately joined by a nice two German couples actually, who've been boating since 1984, and they do some work. Husband does some work in London apparently, and yeah, they've been doing it a while, so I feel like a bit of a novice next to them. Gone past Cow Roast, and we're now heading towards Tring. I had to slow down here. Gone past the bridge at Tring, and we're heading towards Bourbon, and this is a long stretch from Cow Roast up to effectively not far from the Wendover Arm on the canal, and this is just beautiful here. It's hard to capture it really. Got a squeaky got a squeaky alternator, which is spoiling it a little bit. Bloody thing, I just like another bit of work to do on the boat. Go away, fly. But look at this, isn't it beautiful? Way in the distance. So after the cover of the trees we find sunshine again through Bullbourne. Oh, no, we're coming up from Bullbourne, I think. Aylesbury Walk is where we just came through for a passing the penny farthing. We're back in civilization. I think we've got a 7-lock stretch. 7-lock stretch to take us up to between Wendover Arm and the Aylesbury Arm. I think I deserve this. I've got some decisions to make now. Do I stay here or do I go through the 7 locks that gets me at least to the junction of the Aylesbury Arm? This weekend coming up is the Crick Show, so we're going to go to the Crick Show on Saturday. Originally I thought I was going to go on Sunday. Tickets arrived and I bought them for Saturday. So I'm going to go up, and then it's FA Cup final weekend. So I'll be watching my team. It's obviously Chelsea or Arsenal. If you want to know, I'll tell you, but I'm not going to tell you now. But good luck to the best team. So it's whether on Sunday we can go down to Aylesbury, or whether I can chance it and try and get to Aylesbury Friday, and then make our way back Sunday, because I do need to be in a specific boatyard by the 2nd of June. That's the plan anyway. So we will see. We will see. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this beer. Hope you're enjoying this episode. We're in week 4 of the journey. So I had a bit of a disaster trying to edit the London trip down to London. Did 2 hours of editing, and then the computer crashed on me, and of course it didn't save any of the edits. So that was a bit disappointing. Anyway, let's enjoy the beer and the sunshine. It's lovely. It's a bank holiday weekend. Who can ask for anything more? So I ordered some food, and this is what turned up. Obviously it's ham, egg and chips. Now, pop quiz. To the nearest penny, how much do you think this cost at the Grand Junction's Arms? Yeah, message below. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Oh, not too bad actually, thank you very much.
Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Cheers. Sorry, for my YouTube channel.
Am I going to be all over YouTube now?
You will be over YouTube now, yeah. So just finished dinner at Grand Junction Arms. We are now going to go up to the Aylesbury Arm and make a decision when we get there. Actually, that wasn't that good. She came up at the wrong time. I was going to say I paid £11 something for that meal. It was about £5 more than it should have been. But there you go. That's a recommendation. If you come to Grand Junction Arms, ham and egg and chips is not worth the £11.45 they talk about. Moving on. After the pub, I let Dottie have a little run around, and then we made our way further up the Grand Union to the Aylesbury Arm Junction, a place called Marsworth, where I stopped to have a few pints with these guys who let me sing along with them as well in the Anglers Retreat. Hello, it's bank holiday weekend and we're just doing lock 8 on the Aylesbury Arm. London Aylesbury. It's a beautiful day. Thunderstorms were threatened, but it doesn't seem that way. There was apparently a bit of a problem on the Aylesbury Arm sometime this morning when somebody left the paddles open and drained one of the ponds or pounds in between the locks. So CRT were out this morning organising and getting filled, but it hasn't affected us. So there are 2 miles of 8 locks, and then for the next 6 miles, or 4.25 miles I should say, there are only another 8 locks, 16 altogether. So we've got a bit of a break. Went up to the Crick show yesterday and said hello to Wendy, bumped into Wendy, a couple of other guys from channels I can't remember. Jasmine, I did see you, but you walked out just as we walked in, so it's a shame we didn't get a chance to say hello. Anyway, hello to the boat tubers. We're going to have a look at Aylesbury once we get through the next 8 locks and have a wander around Aylesbury and show you what the nightlife might be in Aylesbury. Yeah, there might be a beer involved. You know me, do you like a beer? Oh look, someone's opened the gate for me. And behind that tree is Mandy, but she's hiding. Look, the gate is mysteriously opening. Ooh. There we go. What are we doing down there, Tony? It's a bit tight, Tony. Over the side. Always one idiot spoils it for everybody else. Look, so somebody sometime last night, thoughtlessness, decided to leave a paddle open or something, and two 3 feet of water dropped out between the lock 9 and 10 on the Aylesbury Arm, and we are absolutely struggling. Absolutely struggling. Look at that. Stupid people. I guess there's always stupid people in the world at one place or another. I don't know who you are. This bank holiday weekend. Inexperienced boaters, most likely. So the next pound, strangely, is not as bad. So just that one in between. It's a bit reedy. Oh, there definitely ain't much space. Ain't much space for nothing. Look at that. Number 10 bridge, and we thinks we got something wrong with our prop because it ain't going very fast, this boat at the moment, and the engine's working hard, so I'm going to try and stop somewhere and check out the prop. Footage to come. Well, do we make it to Aylesbury? You have to tune in next time and see what we found when we opened up the weed hatch. Until the next show, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.